Hello. So this is the release video for the first space game, the second space game demo. The first space game demo didn't have a video. So this is the first video on the YouTube channel. Um, Space Game is a video game I've been working on for about a year and a half now, and I hope to get it out by the summer of 2022 at about the latest on Steam. But yeah, this is a demo. So basically, you download it. The demo is in the description, and then you play it, and you fill out the survey, and the survey tells me what I need to add or fix, so I know for the future. What so, and it also is to spread some awareness, because I yes, people know it exists. Uh, so anyway. Here's when you download it, you should get a folder called Space Game Demo 2.0. You open it and you'll get a it'll look like this. So just double click no name yet because the game doesn't have a name yet. And you wait. And then you get to here. So make sure the setting matches these 1920 by 1080 not windowed ultra whatever display you want. Just a warning. This is uh, I've really can only test it on my computer, so there may be some glitches. That's another reason why I'm doing the demo, because, it allows people to test it on other computers, and then if it doesn't work, they could send what didn't work on the survey. So anyway, you click play, and then here's the little, oh, that happens. And then you get to here, all the way windows, and then here it is, here's the info. Oh yeah, any mentions on the planet Rakar probably aren't going to be in the game. They were a part of the lore that was like yeeted out because they. Oh, that was cringy. That was like, dude, they were taken out because it was just too much coding and they weren't really necessary. They were just kind of cool. Um, so new game, and you wait, and then here's the dialogue. You can. Oh, here it is. Greetings, Combat Unit 1. I assume you have many questions, but here's what you need to know. You exist to help me defend civilization against a great threat to it, called III. This is a simulation to help develop your learning programs so you know the basics before being released into the physical world, as well as test your functionality. You will learn more later. This is basically the tutorial segment, and then you continue. Anyways, I am Terraforming Machine name. I haven't named it yet. And I am here to guide you through the process and assist you in your objective. You are Combat Unit 1, although that name probably won't stick very well with the organics. So best you pick one that sounds more natural. After you proceed down the hallway, you will receive instructions on how to do so on the top right of your screen. If you're ever confused on what your orders are, press escape, click on quests, and your instructions will be there. Yeah. Then you enter a character name. I'm just going to name him Steve for this video. Yeah. So W to move forward, S to move backward, A and D to move left and right, the normal, basically normal settings. Oh, another thing. This is a great part to get your settings all figured out because it can like vary from different monitors. So you could change your X sensitivity and confirm changes, and then it's more sensitive there. So you could get your sensitivity figured out here. W move forward, S to move backward, A D to move right, move left and right, move the mouse to look around, space to jump, pretty normal controls. And then, good. Now we will test your stealth abilities. You will sneak through the hallway past the patrol AI and retrieve the item they are guarding. Then instructions on how to use your weapon will appear on the top right of your vision once you pick up the item. Then kill the patrol AI. If you are caught, you can still go get the item and then kill them. Instructions on how to sneak will again appear on the top right of your vision. Here they are. In order to go between sneaking and not sneaking, press left control. While sneaking, you will move more slowly, but you are less likely to be detected. You can still be detected while sneaking, though, so be careful. Some things that make it more likely for you to be detected are moving quickly, going into field of view, and being nearby. Also, you can't sneak and jump at the same time, so keep that in mind. press F1 to dismiss, and then I'm gonna sneak through here. Here's the little sneak animation. It's not the best, but you know, it works. I'm gonna, hopefully I won't get caught. That's the little simulation enemy with a gun and everything. So you go around there. Yeah. I made them a little stupid because this is the tutorial, so you know, you don't want to make it hard and people die and then they get annoyed that they died in the tutorial. So here you sneak down this hallway. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why the walls are all white, that's because this is like a simulation. So, like as said in the dialogue earlier. Also, it's just a lot easier to make that way. Press E to take useless cube. Press tab to open and close your inventory. Yep, here's a little useless cube right here. Your inventory contains all of your items that you get throughout the game. Some items you can click to use, but be careful because the red button next to the item deletes it. For on-foot combat, your hand has a gun in its palm. To activate it and deactivate this gun, press F. See, it does that. Yeah. When the gun is active, left-click to shoot. Also press X to turn on and off tactical information. See the little health bar appearing and disappearing, such as enemy health. And when it is shipped, it displays more information, such as missile target locks. We'll see that later. Press F1 to dismiss. And now, I get to kill them all. Yeah, I killed them quite fast, so they don't really have time to shoot back. There, that one shot in there. And then, here is hacking. It's not a very used mechanic so far, but I'm hoping I'll use it more in later quests. Here it is. Good. Now you must learn how to hack devices. In this case, I will just tell you the password, but in most cases you'll have to figure out via spying on conversations and other communications. The password for this door is password. Once you are past the door, there will be more patrol AI. Kill them and proceed to the space simulation, pilot the ship, and fly away from the area. Instructions on how to pack the door will appear on the top right of your screen. Proceed. So here's the little hacking explanation. Some doors or other devices require passwords to open. In order to activate the device or open the door, you must get the password, whether by eavesdropping or looking for clues, or in this case, someone telling you. In order to enter the password to the device or door, simply get close to it, look at it, and press E. Press F1 to dismiss. Now, here you can enter the password, and then you click enter. Then you open the door, and look, control AI, kill them all. You can trick them to shooting each other, so that's a little neat tip. Makes things a bit easier. So here's a more sensitive space simulation. Oh, I forgot to read the tutorial first, because I've play tested this a bunch of times, so I can kind of just do it. Things work differently in space due to no gravity, atmosphere, or air. If your feet hit a surface, you stick to it, and in order to move, you can use your jetpack and rope. Use your jetpack, simply jump off the ground and hold space to fly around. Use your mouse to look around / change direction. It can be a bit hard to control though because you gain momentum. In order to use your rope, press T while looking at where you want your rope to fire. If there is a surface to attach to, the rope attaches to it, and then you can swing around the object. When you get close enough to a large source of gravity and walking returns to the normal method. Press F1 to dismiss. So you could do jetpack like this. Be very careful, you could like slam into walls and lose health. Here's the rope. The rope isn't particularly useful here, but you know, it's a neat thing. And then we enter the ship. Okay. Oh, I just dismissed the flying instructions. I was stupid. Quest. Okay, since I dismissed the flying instructions, I'm just gonna explain them. So basically, you could, the A and D rolls your ship. Wait, where did I lost track of something. Yeah, I don't want to trigger the next quest thing. So A and D rolls your ship. W slows down your ship, as well as shift. No, S slows down your ship, not W. W makes it go faster, forward. And, you don't lose momentum in space, so you kind of just, like, 100% direction, and then it kind of just keeps going, unless you're going really fast. And then here's the speed regulator. Speed regulator, you just can't go as fast. Like max, like you generally average more about like 100 or like 150 when the speed regulator's on max speed. But when the speed regulator's off, you could go to like 460. Um, so that's another way to slow down if you're going really fast. A and D is to roll. I think I explained that. You have a rope just like the on foot. You fire it, it's a lot longer. You have a light you can shine on things. You press L to do that, and you press X to turn on tactical information. So yeah, that's the flight tutorial. And then I'm gonna fly this way. And this is the final stage of the testing. Defeat the enemy ships. They shoot you like that, which hurts. You could dodge them. Okay.
Shields have failed.
Yeah, you could basically right-click to shoot missiles, left-click to shoot guns, and X for tactical information. Oh, it's right there. The second health bar on your ship's screen left. The second health bar on your screen's left is your ship's health. You have shields, armor, and interior. Shields have the most health and regenerate the fastest, then armor, then interior. The text below your ship's health tells you if you can fire missiles by right-clicking, whether there is a target, and if it's reloading. Remember, tactical information view, press X to turn off, as on and off, as well as showing enemy health. Now also shows target around whatever your missile target lock is. You might have noticed that earlier. Left click to fire your weapons. I'm in dialogue, so I can't demonstrate that, but you saw. Right click to fire missiles. I think I forgot to mention that. You either focus your weapons closer with scroll and make them parallel by like scrolling back. Press F1 to dismiss. Okay. Good job fighting the final test. You are ready to enter reality and begin your mission, but first, do you have any questions before you go? So if you want to ask the questions, you can download the demo, because the questions aren't really necessary for knowing how to play. So, what should we do now? I'm glad you asked. At the moment, all that is in this solar system is a scout force. We don't know where in the solar system yet. My calculations say they haven't been in this system for long. They're probably trying to get the fleet ready so they can end life in our solar system. That leaves the solar system empty so they can use its materials to construct a wormhole gateway that'll let their fleet through into this galaxy. Let's head to the Aethorian capital and ask signs for II activity. I'll be available if you need me. Anyway, I'm going to send you to reality now. I think I accidentally made it so the speed regulator can, like, get in the way. That's unfortunate. Let's go. I'll probably fix that at some point. Here's the final pop-up. In order to enter planet's atmosphere, just fly into said planet. The planet's like, there's nothing special. It just changes the sky and, like, gravity. Different planets and areas of space are under different governments. Well, this is an old feature. This isn't really here anymore. Originally, there was going to be more governments, but now there's just one. Also, the governments aren't really relevant yet. Yeah, so if you break the law, you may have to fly to another. In order to reach any of these places, however, you probably should not fly manually, because space is massive and it would take a long time. Instead, press M to enter the map and enter coordinates. No, press enter to enter the map, enter coordinates, and your ship's autopilot to set coordinates and time to speed up. Any movement, talking, or combat cancels autopilot. Coordinates of various locations are shown on the map screen, such as coordinates of places that can change due to orbits. This is not here yet either. Also, the map only works in some larger areas, such as space. Sorry, it's like, yeah, the autopilot's a bit faster now. So anyway, you dismiss that. There's no map in this scene, so I'm gonna go to space first. This is how you go to the main scene. It's a little shield that goes to the underwater. By the way, here's something some people have trouble with. This is underwater. See, you are underwater. Go up. And then you can leave. And here's the planet. It's a pretty oceany planet. one, because it looks cool, and two, it's a lot easier to make an ocean planet. You just make an ocean. So here's the map. Uh, it looks better in space. That's the skybox. I'm gonna go to space and then look at the map. So anyway, here's the map. Coordinates. You enter the coordinates here and then press N to engage autopilot. So, but that we will use later. Right now, I'm going to fly to that little building there. That's the Aethorian capital. It's not very detailed yet because I'll probably do that later because the details aren't really as necessary for the base gameplay. They're kind of just something I'll add later to make it look pretty. I'll probably add a few cities towards the end of the project. Anyway, you fly down. You slow down so you don't like slam into the floor and die. Well, you don't usually die, you just lose a lot of health. So you get close, and then you press space to align with the ground. And then I'm going to get a little bit closer before I get out. So anyway, and I did a little slop. See, I damaged my shields a bit. So anyway, I'm going to get out. Oh, by the way, here's a great example of the light, because it's so shadowy. That's because the sun is actually, like, right behind that building. I'm going to go demonstrate. There's the sun. But anyway, I'm going to land. Get out. There's my ship. Then I enter. This is the Aethorius Science Center. You can also ask around at other buildings, but here's the one where you get actual stuff. Also, I'm not sure the other buildings work. I haven't used them in a while. They're not really necessary, so... Hello, I am blank. I haven't named him yet. Head of the Aethorian Science Department. How may I help you? Have you noticed anything abnormal lately? That's an odd question, but actually, yes, I have. One of our listening posts at the edge of the solar system stopped responding recently. I have been trying to find someone that can go investigate, but the Aethorian government can't spare any soldiers. Can you do it? You'll be rewarded for your efforts, and this job should be well suited for you. As you appear to be a remote control avatar, so you'll be safe to any danger that arises. See, he thinks you're a remote control avatar. Oh, sorry for breathing into my mic. He thinks you're a remote control avatar because you're a robot, and they don't have sentient robots, so he thinks you're like a remote control. Sure. Good. I'll put the coordinates of the space station on your map. Good luck. Okay. And then I leave. Oh, yeah. By the way, there's no consequences for shooting the random civilians yet. There's only 3 of them. So I can just murder this guy. Murder this guy. No negative consequences. It doesn't remember it yet. See. Bang. He's dead. Anyway, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, so those were just random scientists. But if I re-enter that building, it wouldn't remember that they were dead. So it's all fine. So here, you can enter this, and you could fly upward. So see that little, like, if I tried to fly there manually, it would take ages. So I'm just going to speed up to max speed. See, I haven't entered actual coordinates. So right now it's at 0, 0. So that's my distance from the sun at the moment. However, oh, exiting gravity well, yeah, that's the robot voice. He says things like exiting gravity well, and when you reach certain things, like your shields are gone, it'll say shields have failed, that kind of thing. It also tells you when you leave a gravity well, and eventually I'm gonna make it so that it tells you when you are too close to the sun. The sun is over there. But now the distance from coordinates is telling me the distance from the coordinates I entered, which is a silent observation post coordinates. Yeah, it auto-saves when you change scene, so that's why it said game has been saved. Anyway, now time speeds up, like the way we've received time, and it flies us towards the coordinates. Time goes 10 times as fast, so we should get in there in a little bit, but it'll take a little while. I might make time go even faster, like 20 times. It depends on how well people's computers can run this time boost, because I'm on a pretty good computer, but I want it to work on not as good computers. So anyway, this allows... So yeah, we're halfway there, basically. And yeah, so I've been working on this game for a year and a half. And but for a while I didn't have a Discord or anything, and this is the first video on the YouTube channel. I'm hoping a YouTube channel will like help me make more people notice it exists. Um, so anyway, I'm flying towards that little X over there. See, we're getting really close now. Only 80,000 units. So we're gonna get there in a little bit. The asteroid's gravity well will stop us before we crash into anything. Each asteroid has its own gravity well, so it might say entering and exiting a lot. That's just because they have little gaps. But anyway, there's the little observation post. But enemies. There are enemies here. And this is a harder fight because it isn't the tutorial. The goal is to have 4 quests at least by the end of this. The game will be really cheap. Yeah, see, you have to dodge. Oh,
shields have failed.
Yeah, see, this is a bit hard. So anyway, I'm gonna just do this tactic, the I'm scared tactic, while I regenerate. If you get too far away, they should, like, just go to where they last saw you and then go home. But anyway, missiles take 15 seconds to reload, and they're really good for this. But yeah, this isn't as action-packed, but it is also a lot easier for not dying. By the way, yeah, survey will have suggestions and stuff in it, so. Anyway, I'm gonna do some evasive.
Shields have failed.
Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I'm really close to dying. As you can see, I only have the red.
Hold breach has been detected.
Hold breach has been detected is a message you do not want. The spin and run away tactic. Yeah, you're faster than them, so once you get far enough away, you should be all good. Yeah, they're a hive mind, so there was like a total of 9 of them, and one of them noticed me, and now they're all trying to murder me. But you can see the health is a bit low, but it's regenerating. So, boop. Yeah, so now there's only like 1 left. Hopefully he's not an elite. The elites have like double fire rate and double fire rate, double the gun, so they're a lot deadly. They're all dead, and we get this dialogue. This is terraforming machine. You have reached the coordinates the head of science mentioned, and it appears it is a good thing we have accepted this mission. III robots are here. Just one warning before we enter and search for what has happened. III is a hive mind, as I have mentioned, which means if one sees you, they will all see you. Keep that in mind when you are in there. Okay. And, so, I'm gonna fly closer. I'm gonna fly over there now that all the outside bad guys are dead. Yeah. So that fight is a bit of a hard one, but you know, since I don't have too many fights, I gotta make the ones that are in there more memorable. So yeah. I'm gonna enter. It's not as much like it's not a huge game because really I'm the only person coding it, so you know. So here, then I landed in the observation post. That's a little off. I enter this door. That's a little off, is in the quest pointer. Anyway, now I'm in the building. And, oh. Yeah, hello there. Hello there, nice fellow. Yeah. Yeah, you have quite a bit of health, but you still gotta be a little bit careful, especially in this. But anyways, yeah, it's good to get them in, like, don't, like, go in an open spot where they can, like, all open fire, and then you're just screwed. Also, you can use corpses as cover. It's a little dark, but, you know, it's a thing. Because there's a lot of dead bodies here. Anyway, I'm gonna go through here. You gotta look for it. Where is it? No, he can't search him. Can't search him. Can't search him. Not him. Don't try to sit in the chairs, by the way. It doesn't work. Please don't. Anyway, scientist notepad. Um, Here it is. This is probably my last journal entry. It is critical that the following information be brought to Athorian authorities as soon as possible. By the way, this is a notebook I just picked up. The station is under attack by something we have never seen before. We're being attacked by robots, not avatars, fully autonomous soldiers. The reason why I'm so shocked about this is they don't have AI that's like super advanced, so they're freaking out. Their technology is far beyond everything we have ever known. We have currently set up a barricade to keep them out, but it won't last long. I write this in hopes that someone will find it and know what happened here. This is a dead guy. A couple hours ago, I detected ships in the solar system's rim. As you may know, there is almost never any activity there, and it wasn't just a few ships, it was an entire fleet. They didn't respond to hails. I tried to alert Athor, but it must have been jammed because we received no response. Soon after, we detected a small group of ships heading our way from the fleet in the outer solar system. We have never seen ships like these before. This is a scientific station, so we were not ready for such an attack. They landed troops on the station. We are soon driven back to this area of the space station, where I'm speaking to this recorder now. Wait, actually it's a recorder. I forgot the little detail. It's not a notebook. It won't be long before they break through this barricade. If you find this recording, please alert Athor when it's coming. Goodbye. End of recording. It's kind of sad. It's a little. I'll show you who had this up. We know III is assembling forces in the outer solar system. We must do as the note says. We should bring it to the head aside. He can help us alert the Athorian authorities. Then we will make a plan to stop II. Now let's get out here before II sends more forces to kill us. So it was in the more questions, but I'm just going to tell you guys, like the questions earlier in the tutorial. But I think it's kind of important, so I'm going to tell you. III stands for Infrastructure Infestation Intelligence. It's part of the lore. But anyway, here's the dead guy that had the notebook. It's kind of sad. He's dead. You can, like, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go out now, as that's part of the quest. So anyway, I'm going to go down this hallway, over this dead body, over this dead body, over this one, and leave. So now I've entered here. So yeah. So now we leave the space station and we start to head home. Should get out of the asteroid
Exit
belt first.
gravity well. Entering gravity well.
The reason why it said that twice is I exited one asteroid's gravity well and
Incoming
entered another.
hostiles.
But oh look, now we're ambushed. Sorry if I don't sound surprised. I've like play tested this like a bajillion times, so you know, it kind of gets rid of the surprise eventually. But anyway, we fight them. This one can be kind of hard,
Incoming
but
hostiles.
it can be. Really depends. You have to avoid the starfighters and not get caught in machine gun fire. It gets more starfighters come as the fight goes on. This is kind of like the first boss fight. Just keep hammering on them.
Shields have failed.
Okay, now time for the spin and run away maneuver. By the way, there isn't very much music except the main menu music. I'm gonna add that later. But anyway, there they are. Nuke him. He's dead. Well, he's not dead. He barely survived that one. Yeah. We're not quite able to autopilot yet because you can't autopilot while people are trying to murder you. So you have to get rid of them. Yeah. So, I think there's one enemy left. As you can see by that little health bar over there. Oh, I think he's dead. Yep, he's dead. I can autopilot. It's now time to enter Athor's coordinates. I set those to 0, except for this one, which I set to 23. 230,000. Oh, I have to get out of the gravity wells before I can autopilot. Yeah, autopilot stops at gravity wells. This is to prevent you from doing stupid things like crashing into planets or gravity affecting the planet's autopilot. Like, let's say you had autopilot on, but you flew past that gas giant over there. you would get all like skewed out of path. So instead, it just takes you out of autopilot because you don't want to like get pulled into anything. Or the sun. The sun is another example. Although really you shouldn't be flying close to the sun in the first place. Just general life advice. Don't fly into the sun. Although I haven't programmed sun damage yet, you might get caught in the gravity. It's just don't do it. Not a good idea. Should be obvious. Don't fly into the sun. Um, but anyway, I'm flying back to the coordinates where the science guy is. Ithorian science guy. So we're about halfway there again, almost, because they're 40,000 units apart. 400,000 units apart about. But yeah, we're heading back. Um, the demo just does the first two quests. Even once I make the second two missions, I'm only gonna keep the first two because I gotta give people some reason to get in the game. Like I can't just put everything in the demo and then no one's gonna want to get the normal game because everything's in the demo. So I'm just including the first two missions in the demo. So the demo is like people can play test it, they get to play some, and I get to know what I need to fix. So we're gonna fly close, so then again the gravity well thing's gonna be demonstrated.
Entering gravity well.
Yeah. So anyway, we're re-entering. Yeah. So this playthrough is kind of one, just to get people like interested, and two, it's kind of like a tutorial. So if someone really has no idea what they're doing, or like just is stuck, they can like look at this. And so here we are entering the planet. We slow down so we don't crash into the floor, because crashing into the floor is generally not good advice. So anyway, we straighten and we land. There's the sun. There's some planets. Um, Yeah, it's unfortunate that the planets show you're in the atmosphere, but really I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, the player's render distance is also a bit screwed, so they can't quite see everything. I don't know how to fix that. I'll probably fix it at some point when I do know how to fix that, but I didn't think it was a huge priority. So, we enter it, and we load. This will eventually be the loading screen, but right now it's just a sit there and wait screen because, you know, it's a demo. I'm going to talk to this guy over here. So how did it go? The facility was overrun by robots. I was searching for odd happenings so I could find these robots. I just didn't ask you directly of fear of you not believing you. But now I have proof. Here's a voice log I recorded from there. It's proof. Hand him the voice log. Also, they tried to ambush me on the way back. So here the robot is just telling him just that he is like what he's actually doing, because you need to get trust so you can actually talk to each other. And he said, and you were correct in the assumption that I would not believe you if you had told me that before I had seen this, but it appears you are correct. I'll have all my observation posts focused on the outer solar system immediately. In the meantime, we must alert the Ithorian government of this threat. By the way, how did you know to search for this threat? And here's the part where he tells you where you tell him you're a robot. I have something I need to tell you. I'm also a robot. I was designed to stop this threat. You aren't using an avatar. Interesting. Let me see. Yeah. And he looks, and there are no signals traveling to your body, so it appears you are speaking the truth, at least about you being an AI. Well, I won't go telling everyone your secret yet. I was about to give you a reward, but you're an AI, so you probably won't want it. I will talk to the higher authorities. I'll use this. I will talk to the higher authorities. I'll use this communicator to update you on any new information about your threat. Gives communicator. And that's the demo. It's over. It's done. He's going to go back to typing on his computer, doing his thing. And see, the civilian's back. I can like push him, and like he doesn't remember I murdered him. But the quest icon stays because the demo, like eventually, like once the game's finished, this will just move on to the third quest. But yeah, that's the demo. Um, and that's the game. Um, so far. So you could go and you can quit the menu. Quit the menu without saving, yeah. Load game, here's saves. They're not quite as reliable, but you know they might work. Your ship sometimes gets spawned in the wrong place. Saving is a thing I have to perfect a little bit. Quit the menu. Quit the menu. Load game. Oh, that's why these saves don't work. It's not it's not saves from this playthrough. These are different saves. You see, they aren't named Steve, so that's how we know they're not these saves. They're saves from me, you know, testing the game when I was coding it. So the saves are a little corrupted because they're not like they were like the saving methods changed since then. So you won't have these saves. You won't have E and EEW. You'll have whatever saves you put in. So, well, hopefully at least, unless it breaks. But yeah, that's the demo for the unnamed space game. I'm gonna name it at some point, but I have not done that yet. So yeah, if you can, it would be really nice if you play the demo and then fill out the survey. Here's a little. I'll probably there's the survey link that I'm gonna like modify the survey to fit the second demo, and then I'm gonna upload it. Or it might not need much modification. There's the little Discord server link. You should join that. It's where I do upload it. Well, if you are interested, here's the game lore. If you really didn't get some of the stuff, or some of the stuff isn't really mentioned, you could go to this. Just remember, any mentions of Rakarians, Thorakans, they're all they're probably going to get removed. They're not really necessary. I also have them all labeled in red in the document. So anyway, yeah, that's the demo, and this is a thing I've been working on for about a year and a half now. So hopefully you'll play the demo, and hopefully I'll see you on the Discord. Um, Bye.